We are about to help you think big for spring break. My next guest is focusing her expert energy on your family and your calendar with 4 specific recommendations. Kamree Price from Our Family Passport is ready to roll out her best strategies and dialed in plans to help you plan a great spring break vacation. So good to see you, sister.
I'm so happy to be here. I always love when I get to come and chat with you.
Listen, I told Kamree I love just getting to see you because you're such a bright light, and I always learn so much.
Oh,
you have this down.
I do. Yep. Nothing else in life.
Stop
like
it.
Motherhood,
No.
I can't figure it out, but this I can.
That's not true, but this you shine at for sure. And I think the headline here, which people need to hear, is that it's not too late.
It's not too late. It's not too late. As moms, so the statistics are that 70 to 80% of women are the ones that are booking travel. Well, we're also the ones that are running the household and cooking and shuttling our kids to and from soccer. So it feels overwhelming, and sometimes it's like, well, crap, there's nothing planned for spring break. What am I going to do? Then we have that mom guilt. But there are some things that you can do, and we're going to talk about those today.
Okay, going through your strategies. First, we're going to start a little smaller scale.
Small.
A staycation checks the box.
Yes, it absolutely does. And I think that sometimes we put this pressure on ourselves as women, as moms, to go big or go home or whatever. But you know what? You can make memories. You can do amazing things at home with your children. And it can be something simple like going to Thanksgiving Point or the aquarium and doing a camp out in your living room and roasting marshmallows in your oven. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be expensive. We're all in different phases of life. Our budgets are in different places. You can do a staycation and have it be simple, but really memorable for your kids, and you can still make those memories at home.
Amen. I'm here to tell you, and I know I'm not alone, my best childhood memories. We traveled a lot, actually, with my mom's extended family, cousin connection. It was so fantastic. We took a lot of big trips.
Okay.
My best memories were at Little America downtown. All you needed was a swimming pool and a hotel phone. I don't know if the hotel phone holds its appeal now like it did then.
I don't even think my kids could dial a phone.
They wouldn't even know what to do with it. Yeah.
No, you're right. It doesn't have to be big and grandiose. It can be simple.
What are your resources for finding what to do in the city you're in?
I love Utah Family Faves, or Utah's Adventure Family on Instagram. They're amazing. They post tips on hikes and things to do and deals in Utah, and I really do like them. They're really great, and they're free. They're on Instagram. They're really awesome.
Okay, if we do want to get out of Dodge, get out of town, where's an affordable place to go?
So right now, in terms of finding a good deal, it's a little bit tricky, but there are a couple good options. San Diego is one that's really having a lot of deals right now, which is great. You can find decent hotels, so like the Hyatt La Jolla, Sheraton downtown, good hotels starting about $151 per night, which is reasonable for a family. And they also are running deals on Groupon for like the San Diego Zoo and the San Diego Adventure Park.
There's a lot to do there.
Yes, there's a lot to do, and there are flight deals, which you know I love.
Yes, ma'am.
There is a round trip flight for that first week of April on Delta for $157.
Okay.
From Salt Lake, so that's nonstop. And Southwest is also having some good options. So if it's like, you know what, we have a couple $1,000s that we can spend, let's go to San Diego. We can get warm and have a beach break and go do some fun things. That's a good option.
Speaking of flights, what is the fastest way to see prices on flights around the date you want to travel?
So I love the flexible date calendar. You can do that on any airline. You just it's tiny. They kind of hide it, but there's a little box, and you just hit flexible dates, and you can see, oh, if I fly out on a Saturday instead of a Friday, I can save upwards of $75, $100 per ticket.
So look for the, what did you call it?
Flexible date calendar.
Click the box, and the calendar will adjust.
Pop up, and it will show you here are the cheapest days to fly.
That's a great tool. That's a great trick. You also found some ways, as we stay in the San Diego idea pool, to save on activities while you're there.
So the Groupon is a really good one right now. So the San Diego Zoo is a big one.
Got it.
They have the pandas and all the fun things in the San Diego Adventure Park. So looking on Groupon is a great thing. And San Diego has a lot of free activities like La Jolla and Children's Beach and all the things. You don't have to spend a ton of money when you're there to have a really good time.
I don't know why this next strategy or this next idea shocked me, but you're saying, heck, go on a cruise.
Okay, so one thing that you can almost always count on to have last minute deals are cruises.
Okay.
So the best deal that we're seeing right now is through Priceline. And it's for the spring break. So I was looking from March and April, last of March, first couple weeks of April. There are cruises where you can go on a 7-day Alaska cruise on Norwegian, which is a very good, reputable cruise line for $199 per person.
Hey, what?
Which I know is awesome. That's an inside cabin. So if you want to splurge for a balcony or something like that, then you can do that. But that's really affordable for a family.
Yeah,
that's your meals and all of the things that are included. And they have a really good one on Holland America right now that I think was $367 per person to Western Caribbean. Caribbean for 7 days. So if you're like, no, we want to go big, but I don't want to worry about it. I just want to show up and have everything planned with me. Then a cruise is a great thing. And I would check out Priceline. That's a good resource right now.
Yeah, so bigger ticket, a splurge for sure when you consider most families' budgets, but you talk about that mom overwhelm. That's kind of a one-click trip.
Yep, it's you show up, you do your thing, and kids love it. I'm not the biggest cruise person. My kids are wild for them.
Yeah, my husband loves them too.
Yep.
So sometimes
it's just done for you,
go
right?
with the group.
Yep.
You say there is another way to get extra savings on cruises as
so
well.
there's it's called an aggregator. It's called Rakuten.
Okay.
And it's basically like, like Retail Me Not or coupon.com or whatever. Rakuten is having a further savings. So it's like a 4% discount on anything that you book if you book through them. So it's like anyway, it's a little bit complicated, but if you want to know what that is, you can just reach out to me on Instagram and I can totally help with that. It's the best. And
you can walk us through that.
You can stack your savings.
Okay, all right, that's where you get so clever. In the way you stack and save, and she helps people do that too, so that's fantastic. If we want to get away but maybe stay in Utah, what would you recommend?
So one of the best things about Utah are national parks. One of the downsides to Utah is our national parks are incredibly popular, which means they're expensive. So right now, hotels are kind of out of the range of affordability and even being able to book at Zion and Arches National Park. However, there are some beautiful, beautiful Airbnbs and vacation rentals that are really affordable. So I found some really good ones that are like less than $200 a night that are beautiful, that are centrally located, that you can fit up to 8 people in a room.
Nice.
That are highly rated, super hosts, all of the things. And so that is a really good option too, is you can go down and you can take your whole family and maybe grandma and grandpa or something like that.
And people might not think of the Airbnb option at a place like a national park.
And I have an extra tip for you about Airbnbs.
Her finger just came out, so I'm listening. I'm listening.
Hey, Delta has a partnership with Airbnb.
Okay.
So they have a website together. And nobody knows about this, but if you book your Airbnb through Delta, it doesn't cost you anything else, but you earn Sky Miles.
What?
On your Airbnb.
What?
Yes, it's the best.
Okay.
It's the best. And it's super simple. Again, there's no upcharge, there's no extra thing. It's just you're getting your rental through.
Get those Sky Miles while you do. And speaking of points, you say if we book right now, we can potentially get a buy one, get one trip when booking. How?
Yes, so if you book smart, you have the right credit card that's earning you points and miles, and that's not for everyone, and that's okay. But if you're paying cash on a trip, like go on a cruise, you might as well earn 3 to 5 points every dollar that you spend. So then you can turn around and use that for flights somewhere else. So we're going to Japan for spring break. I realize this is not in that. This has been booked for over 13 months.
Listen, I'm on the staycation end of the spectrum. Cammie's going to Japan. It's fine. Kamree's going to Japan. Fine, fine, fine.
But our flights round trip from Salt Lake on Delta were less than $100 per person because we used our points.
And
we're staying for 9 days in Tokyo for $0.
Do you still get a thrill that you're able to do this for your family?
Such a thrill. It's like my rebellious. I'm not rebellious in any other way, but I'm like, I can stick it to the man this way. I can save money this way.
I love that you're helping us save money along the way. So you mentioned your Instagram, a great source for tips and strategies just like this. How can we connect with you?
So Our Family Passport on Instagram, and then just ourfamilypassport.com.
Our Family Passport. We will link you over, make it easy from our website. Thank you.
Of course.
Spring break is looking up.
Spring break, man.
I'm feeling it. Have fun in Japan.
Thank you
Bring
so
me back
much.
a kimono or something.